Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Back to the air on second down, Purdy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Give to Walker on the read option. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Murray now. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing now is Murray. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. There he goes, left side. He may go. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with career touchdown number 75. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Back to Walker on 1st down. Shifts past him. And that's going to be another good run on 1st down. This one goes for 14 as he is eating them up here to begin the drive. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This is 2nd and 8.
Big Ace open. Big Ace open.
Murray going to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. 27 yards there, a 1st down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. From the gun, it's Walker. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. And Walker has it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Again, Walker. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 7-7, our score after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. To throw is Murray. Touchdown, Seahawks. From 3 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Purdy looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 75 And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball is out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Here's Murray. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Murray going to fire one out wide. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 93 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The Niners at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Let's go.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Now a give running left is Breida. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Now Purdy.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10. Throwing here, Purdy.
And he comes back with one complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
That one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
A second down throw for Purdy.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll bring them back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Murray now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see a surprise in the face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Snap comes to Murray at 1. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he is going to have the Niners first down. Well, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a toss right side for Breida. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Let's go now.
2nd down and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a give to Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Option play, they'll give to Walker.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw, it's Murray. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Murray. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Smith and Jigba in motion right.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Now he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And it's taken in at the 9. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
134 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. We'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
This 2nd and 4.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Purdy.
And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Come on. Hey.
Here's Murray. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Come on, Rick.
And going right back to Walker. Dances by him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
That's one.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On second down, it's Walker. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
They run again with Breida. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On third down, a run from Breida. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I think it was apparent that they were ready for that one. All you had to do was look at the line of scrimmage from a defensive standpoint. They brought in some extra bulk, wanted the point of attack, and stopped that run for a loss.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going right side here, and that's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. No gain on the play, that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Murray now. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On second down, a run with Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They'd prefer to use him on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Let's go.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. A run between the tackles with Breida. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Purdy to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here's Purdy. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. Still going inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.